always ask me a question that I don't know. That's why finding stuff out is the name of the show. So just give me a shout and we'll figure it out with the help of some friends and the fun never ends on. Finding stuff out, finding stuff out, finding stuff out. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Welcome to Finding Stuff Out, where you ask me your burning questions of the... Where you send me your burning questions of the day. I search for the answers. Today, we're answering questions all about bugs. I brought this cool mosquito tank to show you, but on the way here, the door opened and they all flew away, except for one, which just won't leave me alone. Okay, first question. It's from Rim.
Are mosquitoes good for anything, or are they just annoying?
Well, I'm really tempted to say they're just annoying, but every question on my show gets a fair and proper investigation. And by the end of the show, I'll give you my final verdict. Here's a question for you. What's the worst thing about bugs?
Street smarts!
So here I am, and I want to find out what's the worst thing about bugs.
The worst thing about bugs is eating them.
The worst thing about bugs is finding them in your house.
The annoying sound they make in your ears.
They may be poison.
That's when they bite or sting. They're just disgusting.
See, it's not just me. Okay, I'll dig a little deeper. Here's a question from Geva.
How many different kinds of bugs are there?
Too many. But let's see, there's beetles, black ants, bees, red ants, carpenter ants, my Aunt Louise, who does sort of look like a bug, grasshoppers, mosquitoes, butterflies, shoe flies, house flies, horse flies, Jiminy Cricket!
You're gonna make my head explode!
I'm gonna need some help here. Please welcome today's guest. She loves bugs. She spends all day with bugs. Please welcome Marika DeChambeau.
I hope you don't mind. I brought a friend with me.
So, how many kind of bugs are there?
Actually, if you count just insects rule. There are like over 1 million species of insects that are described by scientists. That means that insects that have names.
Wow.
That's a lot, yeah.
That's a lot of bugs. I feel outnumbered.
You are, actually. Okay, so if you take just the ants and you put them on a giant scale, and then you take the humans, all the humans on the planet, and put them on the other side, imagine that. Ants weigh more than humans. What?
Only
and that's
ants.
only ants, yeah. So yeah, we are outnumbered. But they live everywhere. Insects are tiny. So their home, instead of being like a huge forest, is a plant. And if a plant is an apartment, then a tree is like a city for insects. So there's many, many places where they can live, and that's why they're so numerous. They can live anywhere on the planet.
I'm gonna need a bigger fly swatter. That reminds me of a question we got earlier from Peter.
My question is, what bug is the biggest?
Marika?
If you talk about weight, then it's gonna be beetle. And this particular beetle I brought here is the Goliath beetle. Just the name reminds you that it's huge, you know, Goliath beetle
Goliath.
or Hercules beetle. These babies can weigh up to 3/4 of a pound, so that's pretty heavy for a bug, actually.
3/4 of a pound? That's as heavy as 2 cheeseburgers.
So imagine when that is flying around, it actually sounds like a helicopter.
Actually?
Yeah, and in Africa, where they come from, if you go on the road, sometimes there's yellow signs, you know, where you have these signs where they say you have to be careful of deer, and they have the same signs, but for beetles. Imagine that, they're that big. But if you get them in your windshield while you're driving, it's kind of like having a huge rock flying in your windshield, so it's kind of dangerous, you have to be careful. I also brought a giant millipede with me.
Okay.
It also comes from Africa. It's pretty huge. It's actually quite tickly.
What the?
Cool, huh?
Yeah.
A tiny hand massage.
Now it's going around.
They're good. And this is not exactly an insect. There's differences between these kind of bugs and insects. Do you have a clue how we differentiate them?
Not really.
No. It's actually the number of legs.
Oh, okay.
When you know it, it's really easy.
Okay.
So if you see 6 legs, it's a bug, it's an insect.
Okay.
If you see 8,
It's not an insect.
you're close. It's hairy sometimes, and it lives in burrows.
Spiders.
There you go.
Okay.
So spiders have 8 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And millipedes are called myriapods, which means a lot of legs. They're all bugs, but they're not all insects.
Okay.
Yeah. So now the longest bugs are stick insects, like this one, for example. They actually look like branches or leaves, and they do that to avoid getting eaten by predators. Some of them are much bigger, just like this one. See how the size is different?
Yeah.
But some of them are even bigger than this one. Yeah, they can reach 50 centimeters in length.
It's like
I know.
that.
Well, the branch is kind of long too, so they're good at imitating branches. Do you want to pick that one up?
Sure.
It's your new friend.
It's my new friend.
Yeah.
Well, not
Just
really.
put your hand in front.
There we go.
There.
His feet are sticky.
I know.
Now he wants you.
See? There. So this is one example of a stick insect that's more a leaf bug, so it imitates a leaf. It's pretty cool though. You can see his legs look like little leaves too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's the same thing then with the other one. It only eats leaves, so it cannot hurt you in any way. Yeah.
So he eats leaves, and he looks like a leaf.
Exactly, a leaf that eats leaves.
So earlier I looked up the biggest bug that ever lived, and fortunately they're extinct, but I made a model of it and it's practically a kite.
Yeah, that's a giant dragonfly, actually. Their name is Meganura. Its cousins, today's dragonfly, are much smaller. But small is good for insects because they can be everywhere.
Yeah. Yet, even small insects have a way of making a big impression. Let's take a look at another question.
Why do mosquitoes suck our blood?
The short answer is because they've been watching Twilight with your big sister. Vampires are so cute. Let's ask someone who knows. Marika?
Mosquitoes are not like vampires. They don't eat blood. Actually, they eat nectar from flowers, just like bees. But female mosquitoes, when they have eggs in their belly, then they will need to feed on blood to feed their eggs. So only females bite us to come and get our blood.
So mosquitoes drink nectar, like from a flower?
They do.
Wow, you've really helped us find a lot of stuff out. Thanks for being on the show, Marika.
It's my pleasure.
Here's another question. This one's from Stefania.
What do bugs eat?
Me, unfortunately, Stefania. Did you know mosquitoes think kids are tastier than grown-ups? I was surprised when I found out. But the weirdest thing bugs eat is, well, poop. Poop is the dung beetle's favorite food. They like it so much they'll actually fight over it. That's got to be one stinky food fight. But that's nothing compared to killer insects. And I went to a place where killer insects live. The bug house. They'll stomp on you. They'll mush you up with their claws. They'll eat you for breakfast. They're killer insects. Feed me! Ah! To find out about killer insects, I'm here at a place where they raise them. Don Elliott is an entomologist. That's a scientist who studies insects. He grew up in the rainforest of South America, where insects rule. So they're not gonna kill me, right?
Oh, no. No, we just raise good insects.
So what's the difference between good and bad insects?
Well, good insects are beneficial insects like bees and the predatory insects we raise. Bad insects are things like ants, fire ants, and things that cause harm to people and crops. What we do is add good insects to the mix, and the good insects eat the bad ones.
But they don't eat the crops?
They only feed on the bad insects.
Those red things are good bugs. They're the larvae of a midge. That's a type of tiny fly. You could say that larvae are baby bugs. And when they hatch, the first thing those baby bugs want to do is eat and eat and eat. And the thing they like to eat the most are aphids. Those are bad bugs that like to eat our crops. This is another good killer bug. Yep, a ladybug. They can eat up to 1,000 aphids a day. Ladybugs? Everyone thinks they're like cute and precious, but they're actually T-Rexes.
Do you want to see how we collect the insects?
Sure.
Well, we first stop as a water slide for insects.
A water slide? Cool! Let's go see the water slide!
Come on in.
Whoa, look at all the bugs.
Yes, these are good bugs and bad bugs. This is how we collect them.
When these red larvae have eaten their fill of aphids, they drop off the leaves, and when they reach the ground, they start changing from babies to adults. But Dom's water slide catches them before they hit the ground. They go for a ride. Whoa! And come out the other end. Here. Whoa, it's like a toilet. It's spinning around.
The larvae are carried by the water into this stream.
Oh, whoa.
Those are all the larvae.
How many are in there?
Oh, 10,000.
That's a lot.
Dawn ships the larvae to farmers all over the world so that they can turn into these grown-up killer bugs. These midgets will lay more eggs that will turn into more hungry larvae. These things are so tiny. Can we see them up close?
Sure. Let's go and take a look through the microscope.
Okay.
Whoa! Hey, that one's eating the other one. Oh, that's disgusting.
That's life. Life in the bug world.
Whoa.
Okay, so some bugs like eating other bugs. Here's a really good related question from Madeline.
Why do people eat bugs?
I didn't know we did, except maybe on a dare. My good friend Sidney lives near someone who can answer your question.
The Sidney Report.
Today we're here with Professor Massimo Marconi to talk a bit about bugs. Thank you so much for having us.
It's great to have you. Would you like to try some insect tea?
Yes, please. Thank you. Insect tea, you say?
Exactly.
What's it made of?
This is actually the poop of the insect.
Really? I guess I shouldn't have asked that. So, I see that we have quite an assortment of foods as well as these bugs. What are these all for?
Well, in all these foods, when we are consuming them, we're consuming insects.
Oh boy. Are they also in vegetables?
Yes, all vegetables of all types have some sort of insect parts with them, so you're almost guaranteed to have insects.
Oh, that gives me a reason never to eat veggies ever again. So why do people eat insects, including you?
Well, insects are very nutritious. They're very high in both protein and fat. And in many parts in the world, for example, Thailand and places like that, insects eat people's crops, and therefore there's a lot of insects there. So people collect the insects because they have no crops to eat, and they eat the insects.
Do you like eating insects?
Well, it depends upon the bug. The mealybug actually tastes a little bit, they're juicy. So these ones are juicy and they have a little bit of fat in them. Whereas the grasshoppers are a little bit on the crunchy side. So if you want something crunchy, more like a potato chip, then of course they would be the best.
What's your favorite bug?
To tell you the truth, probably my most favorite bug was probably the strangest bug was the scorpion.
A scorpion? Aren't they dangerous?
Well, they're dangerous until you cook them. Once you boil them at that high temperature, the venom that's in them that can harm you is actually destroyed.
Can we try some?
Well, I don't have any scorpions right at this moment, but we probably can cook you up some of the insects and let you try them.
Okay, sure.
Come with me. Sidney, I'd like you to meet Chef Carlos.
Nice to meet you.
He's one of the best chefs here at the University of Guelph, and he's going to help you cook up some insects.
Great. Thank you so much.
I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. What do we start with?
First, we're going to do the worms first.
Okay. So just pour in a few. Oh my gosh!
Some crickets.
Oh boy.
That's good. We're going to put some mushroom now.
Okay.
Some bok choy.
Okay.
You can put some noodles.
All of these noodles. Okay, they're gonna go in. Noodles going in. Oh, that smells amazing. Wow, I never thought I'd be saying something like that about bugs.
Yes, yes.
All right, let me get a little bug in there too.
There you go.
Oh, noodles are falling off. I'm gonna try one of these mealworms too, actually. That was amazing.
Anytime you like it, I make more for you.
Okay, so eating bugs was a good experience, but I've got to admit, I was happy when it was time for dessert. Chocolate! Then Dr. Marconi told me there were bugs in that too. Oh, well, what if I just wanted to eat about half of it?
Well, even if you eat about that amount, there's about 30 insect parts there.
30 insect parts? What if I just ate one little stick?
About 15 of them there.
What if I only had one little block?
About 2 or 3 insect parts.
Oh, so it seems that even if we don't think we're eating bugs, we are eating them. They're in a lot of food we eat every day. That's what I found out, Harrison.
Thanks, Sidney. That gives me an idea for some street smarts. So here I am at Kells Elementary, and I've set up a little experiment inside this classroom, which these kids have bravely volunteered to try.
Are you sure you guys don't mind eating all these marvelous treats?
Yes.
Okay, well, dig in.
They don't know it yet, but there are insects inside these foods.
Is it good? Yeah. So would it surprise you if I told you that you just ate a bug? Well, sort of. Red dye is sometimes made by crushing eggs of a cochineal beetle. Does that gross you out or what? Yes. But don't worry, it's perfectly safe. Okay.
I think this is my favorite science project in the world.
The Flat Earth Corner! I like to spray the bugs, the aphids and the slugs, the spiders, caterpillars, flies and worms. I spray the bugs upon my plants, the bees, the butterflies, the ants. If I only spray enough, my flowers will bloom.
Not long ago, like in our parents' lifetime, people thought that the only good bug was a dead bug. They sprayed poisons all around their gardens. But nowadays, we know that many insects do a lot of good things.
Pollinate, makes your flowers bloom real great. Vegetables and fruits and trees need pollination from the bees. Yeah, vegetables and fruits and trees need pollination from the bees.
Why do bees live?
They probably wonder the same thing about us, Tamara. But seriously, let's find out why bees live with...
My Great Challenge!
Today's great challenge is between Team Butterfly and Team Bee. You'll be Team Butterfly, and you'll be Team Bee. The bees are depending on you to represent them. Don't sting me, okay?
Don't worry.
See that yellow stuff in the middle of the flower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pollen.
When bees and butterflies land on a flower to drink nectar, which is like the best juice in the whole world if you're a bug, the pollen gets all over them. Then, when they visit the next flower, some of that pollen rubs off. The pollen is how a flowering plant can make new little plants.
You're gonna show us why bees live. You already have your special pollinator vests on, and these are your pollen balls. When I say go, you have 20 seconds to jump in and get as many of the pollen balls as you can to stick to you without using your hands. Got that?
Yeah.
Then, when I say time's up, you have to come over here and you have to shake or rub off as many pollen balls as you can into these flowers. This one's Team Butterflies and that one is Team Bees.
But remember, you can't use your hands.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go get your pollen! Time's up! Remember, this one's Team Butterflies and that one's Team Bees.
Team Butterfly slips and Team Bee gets ahead. Team Butterfly is trying to catch up. Time's almost up.
Okay, stop! Now come over here. Let's see. Team Butterfly has 20 pollen balls. And let's see. Team B has 27. Team B wins. So there you have it. Bees live so that they can pollinate flowers, make us honey, and enjoy the sweet life.
Uh-oh. Do try this at home.
Oh, if you're feeling left out, I also have a challenge for you. Look for something that's made from bugs in your home. Cobwebs don't count. Here is a hint. Silkworms make silk.
So maybe a bug made the silk for your cushion or the ribbon in your hair. And a bee made the wax for beeswax candles. And honey. And even the honey in cough drops. And you remember that cochineal dye that makes candy red? It's also used for all kinds of things.
Do you have one of these at home? Or does your mom use this? You can tell her she's putting bugs on her lips. Who knew bugs were so useful? So let's see, Rim. Did I ever answer your original question?
Are mosquitoes good for anything, or are they just annoying?
The big answer is both. True, mosquitoes bite me and annoy me, but they're an important part of the food chain. For example, trout love to eat mosquitoes. Good going, Trout. I don't have to like them all, but we need them. Bugs are important to our planet. Hey, I was saying nice things about you. So that's my show. Keep sending in questions so I can find stuff out for you. Aha! I know what I need. A trout. Who's scared now, Mr. Mosquito Man?
Pollinate, makes your flowers bloom real great. Vegetables and fruits and trees need pollination from the bees. Yeah, vegetables and fruits and trees need pollination from